Hi, our friends. Today we're going to do something a little different and a little fun. We are making a fall leaf print using things we found outside. It's getting towards a new season. We're getting into fall, my favorite season. So we're going to use the things in nature that we see around us. First, you will need a white piece of construction paper or a light colored construction paper. You will need a crayon, just one crayon. It doesn't matter what color, preferably a darker color like blues, purples, blacks, greens, and it does need to be peeled. You also will need to find some leaves in nature. So with a parent, if you go on a little nature walk around your yard or your neighborhood, I want you to collect some different leaves. Maybe you find a big leaf. Maybe you find a few small leaves. Between 3 and 5 leaves should work. You also, after we get our leaves, will need your daughters, and possibly I'm going to show you a little trick you can do with water and a paintbrush. But that is optional. Let's get started. I'm going to take the leaves that I collected from my yard and I'm going to hide them under my paper. What? Let's take one leaf to start. I got my Big Daddy here. And you can see the veins on this leaf. They're sticking up nice and big. We want our veins showing. That's like the back of our leaf. We are going to slip it under our paper. Don't forget where it is. I can feel it right here. Then we're going to take my crayon. And instead of coloring like a normal crayon, I'm holding it on the side and we're going to lay our crayon down like it's going good night. Good night. If we press really hard on our crayon, look at the magic that's happening right now. We can see our leaf through our paper. That is called texture. We're seeing the way something looks and feels. Beautiful. Now that I used one leaf, I'm going to take it out from under. Maybe you want to use that leaf again. You can arrange it in different ways on your paper. Or maybe you want to try a new leaf. Let's try out this small leaf. I found that leaves that are a little flatter work better. If they're really dried and crunchy, it's a little hard to get a good rub out of them. There, look at that leaf rubbing. I like that one a lot. I'm just going to move it down and do it again. Now, if you really want to go crazy, you could peel a few different crayons and have different colored leaves, but I'm going to show you how we use color in just a minute. Awesome. You could keep going and fill up your whole paper, add as many leaves as you want. If you don't find any leaves on the ground outside your house, you could maybe just pick one off of a bush and say thank you. Now let's add some color, baby, color. That's where our daughters come in. You could use any color daughter you want. And let's add some color to my leaf. Maybe you are dotting nice and neat on our leaf. And see how we can still see our leaf veins showing through? I like to use fall colors like reds, oranges, yellows. You could, instead of dotting, press and drag our daughters to spread some paint around. You decide. Now you could fill up your leaves just like that. They would be full of color and be beautiful. Or if you want to take it one step further, we can turn our markers into watercolor paint. This is where our water and paintbrush come in. After I've finished dotting and coloring in all my leaves, now it's time for paint. With my paintbrush and a little bit of water, dip, wipe it on the lip. Because we don't need that much water. Say it with me. Dip, wipe it on the lip. And then we're going to smooth over our dots. Look how our dots start to melt and turn into paint. When it feels dry and scratchy, we go back and get more water. Dip, wipe it on the lip. You'll see a little bit of my water fell into my cup too. If you have normal watercolor paints, you could use that as well. One more trick, if you don't want to use a cup of water, is I have a little spray bottle here, just with water in it. You could even spray your leaves. And see how my paint is starting to spread? You might leave it like that, or now you can go over too with your paintbrush and spread your paint around. When you're done painting, of course that's optional, but look at my paper, it's wet. So this needs to go in a spot where it can dry for a little bit. Good luck, hope you have fun.